Dust 2 was a lot of fun. We had some high-intensity moments, a close game. We're going to move on to Cash now. A very similar map to Dust 2 in the way it plays. Quite open and great for mad fraggers, like Shoxy, for example. They obviously are turning up today. G2 is better looking than usual. But it feels like with Cash coming up and it being Fnatic's pick as well, it might be more the same. Hopefully a good game, but I still edge Fnatic going into this one.
I think you have to... I mean, I don't know if there are many, if any, teams in the league at the moment where you would pick G2 over them, but I do think it did show promise. They showed that they were reading the game well and trying to adjust to what Fnatic were trying to do and abuse on their T side. They may find difficulty on Cash as well in a similar fashion, so that'll be interesting to see how they manage it. But maybe there'll be more opportunity for them to be proactive on their CT side. We saw them try to go for a two-man push in tunnels, for example, which was catastrophic, which doesn't mean it was a bad play, but I think there's just more room to do that in general on a map like Cash.
What are you looking for, Dan? Kenny S again?
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one. I think that, last time we saw G2 on Cash, they went, what was it, like, they got 5 rounds and then lost 16 in a row.
That was it, wasn't it, against VP?
Against VP.
They were 5-0 up and lost 16 rounds in a row. That was a pretty awkward one, wasn't it?
So I can't say, I'm just sort of focusing in my minds on Fnatic and thinking about, how Problem play and, what can he show us here? And, it's a very individually powered map in that sense. If you want to play it like that, so the T side of Fnatic, that's what I'm really looking. I'm looking to see some great things on the T side of Fnatic. I think they could have a really fun one for us.
I think so. I think that's going to be the main thing here. Let's see where Fnatic are heading. Are they looking good? Are they looking confident? I thought they were on Dust 2, but like I said, that's one of the easiest maps to play when you're a team that's not necessarily drilled. It's a default-based map. You can do spawn-based stuff, and I want to see them kind of execute more and see what kind of strategies they've got in the old book there. Looks like the game is ready to go live. It is Fnatic versus G2 here on Cash, and we're going to have 3 sets of armor for the T side, 2 smokes, a Molotov, and that's G2, who look to get aggressive towards middle. The flashbang deploys, and it's Smiths who leads the charge towards vent.
Roland won't be having the highlights on this particular round, it seems. JW around the back of the boxes. Will he be checked for? Perhaps not, but he will surely be seen by the players in T-Spawn. Can he get 2 frags out of it? He can only get 1. 2 players remain for Fnatic versus the 4 of G2. Smokes are down in the site. T's watching the back, which is quite smart, aware that they could creep through the snail of smoke grenades. It's a nice pick from Exist, and there's no response yet from G2.
It's cool that he falls back straight away after getting that pick off. Oh, hello. Oh, God, that's awkward. Manages to find it, though. And 1 more player to go. Exist needs to get a reload in, so does Shox. Ooh. Oh, that's a fast one. Now, that's exactly what you want to see out of Shox. Gets the dink. Oh, my goodness.
There it is.
Everything connects.
It certainly does. Shoxy gets it done. Another successful start. Another pistol in the bag for G2. 3 kills for Shoxy. Lovely entry by Smiths, to be fair. He came through. And JW only good for 1, but Shoxy delivers in the clutch there. Dinked him first and then 3 peaks with a drive-by Glock. No force fight for Fnatic. They'll bring out rifles in the next round.
So again, another pistol round victory for G2. Let's see if they actually consistently converted it into a 3 or 4 round lead each time. So let's see if they can repeat that as well. I think there's a lot more possibility for Fnatic on their force buys though to fight back on Cash. Unlike Dust 2, where it's just so difficult to do anything. This map, there's a lot of tricks you can pull out of the bag, and here's maybe one of them. But Kenny looks expectant.
He does.
Goodbye.
Both guns there on the shelf, and a 3rd player.
Brief one.
Yeah.
It looks like. Twist alone. Probably need more than a headshot even to kill Existence. Bomb collected. Now, Body is on the B-bomb site, but it seems G2 not taking anything for granted, especially as they are fairly spread out. And perhaps there is a weapon for Twist to collect. What are they up to? 2-man boost. Just looking to win by elimination. It's sort of slightly extra money, isn't it, for elimination?
No.
No, it's
yeah,
for bomb explosion. Explode.
Detonation is $3,500. Elimination is $3,250. Defuse $3,500. Elimination $3,250.
I will remember one day. That's the only one I forget all the time. I have that AWP. I think I'm going to name it a cuddly toy. A cuddly toy. Only UK people will understand that reference.
Generation game?
I think it was. The conveyor belt of prizes, right?
Generation. You don't even know your own reference. That's it. Generation game.
Oh no! 2 naked sniper rifle players for Fnatic. Twist, no cuddly toys for him. Brolan will go down as well. Now there are questions for Fnatic. Is this a save? Crims has a smoke which could be used for a retake, but surely they don't want to invest. However, if they can extend the numbers, now we're on for a fight. Crims has done his job. The smoke grenade is lost, but the cross to the bomb site is still with Fnatic.
G2 and another 2-on-1. It's Shoxy once again. He's got a minute to play with here, and it seems like he's got a guaranteed kill. There it is. JW goes down, trying to get back towards the vent, but the CT in the form of Exist holding strong towards the connector. Oh, they've lost track of each other now. Exist still holds in his position, looking at the connector. Falls back towards the B site. Now, where is Shoxy gone? I assume there's still vision of the bomb. Indeed, there is. Right there for Exist. You'll have to hear Shoxy dropping down at this point, so advantage now Exists. Flashbang deployed towards the checker box. And Molotov as well will flush Exist out. Wow, great stuff. Shoxy is going through the procedures there. Clearing out middle, waiting for a mistake to be made. JW overextends towards mid. He capitalizes upon that frag, uses all the utility in a very intelligent manner, flushes out Exist on the bomb side there, smokes off spawn, and then wins out the 1v1 duel. Another 2-on-1 for Shoxy. 3-0 and an eco for Fnatic here.
That's kind of crazy because Exist fired 4 bullets and none of them connected on Shox. Like 0 bullets. That's really weird. It's very strange. Maybe Shox has the ability to dodge. Twist does not, as he'll go down, and there's another anti-eco. Fnatic looking like they're going to go down for 0 pretty quickly here. Or 0-4, I should say. Some of the slow rounds. With not much going on here for Fnatic. Brolan does have some Kevlar, so if he could win a gun, that'd be great, but he won't expect body. And G2 will start to just, well, in fact, they'll just continue to hold positions. Happy to play this as slowly as possible.
Limit the mistakes. Limit the potential weapons saved, the money lost. Mac 10 fade. Oh no, it's amber fade, isn't it? Whatever it is what it is. Molotov deployed. We have a CT by the vent. JW creeping with the deagle, and Existence has outstayed his welcome. And an AK is being collected. That is worst case scenario. They only have 2 AKs, and one is now in the hands of the CTs. That is not the weapon you want missing. You want the worst guns at the extremities, the most vulnerable positions.
I think you also, I would it'd be cool to see, Fnatic get more exit kills, because they will be buying next round anyway, and G2's money is not great. So if you can just limit it even more, force them to rebuy everything next round, that would be really useful in this situation. Crims as a scout, his money's not amazing, but he's not going to be playing with that in the next rounds. Definitely won't be now. And it looks like G2 will survive with pretty much everyone at the end of this round. So
this is something I always try to impress upon people when we're playing in anti-eco rounds, is that you have the people with the worst guns hunting, people with the most important guns are in the center once you have secured enough to secure the round. So you limit the exposure and the chance for this to happen. Brolan has been given the AK. That is that could be a colossal issue here for G2, based on what we've seen so far. Indeed. Playing towards the B-bomb site.
quite cool. You got the two new players playing the same bomb site, forming a new relationship, perhaps. Twist, always very blind. Still get one though, and not quite the second, but Brolin there to follow up with the AK. Defensive smoke going down to create more space to work with. That is a lot of pressure though from the SMG. Down to 10 HP, he thinks he makes his way around the smoke to find a kill in CT. Unbelievable. 2 versus 2 once again on the B bomb side though.
It's Shoxy and Kenny, quite the potent combo. Kenny only with the MP5 right now, but guns are available to them. Retake begins. CT's presence towards the storage area. That's going to be Crims coming in, but delayed. He's currently in T spawn right now. Bomb planted, free smoking towards the spawn area. I assume the default plan will come through. Actually a little bit wider, trying to avoid grenades. And the headshot not quite delivered there by Kenny, but gets intel as to where the secondary CT is.
Where is the first one? There he is, there he goes. Now Shox can hold the off angle towards headshot, or Kenny can just walk out, take the 1 versus 1. And that will be the trick. 5-0, almost takes an AWP away as well. G2, I mean, I think they're aware of their situation in terms of placing in the league and so on. They're being so careful. They're not rushing to the site and maybe exposing themselves to a player in the upper area, trying to give no cheap kills away. Really valuing every moment of every round, which is great to see. So far so good, 5-0. It's always time for Fnatic to come back. So they will try to minimize their errors, G2. You can see Crims has been boosted onto the box at the back of the site. The taps are there, Kenny playing the piano, and Fnatic don't like the tune. 2 CTs on the A bomb site for now. The Deagle of JW. And it's a fuller rotation. The bomb's still held back though. Again, no overcommitment from G2. Leaving the error correction margin open. Those are duels you don't really want to take too often. But Shox will finish him off.
Well, there we have it. Looks like G2 have done it again. Shoxy must be racking them up now. Shoxy has not yet died. He's 8-0. So, you can see why G2 are doing so well. Broland to defend on the sides with the MP5. Twist is there as well. Just waiting for their opportunity to close this round out. Still could fall apart. There was a chance, maybe not anymore. As a Body and Kenny S take care of business. 6-0 on the T side of Cash. Remember, this is Fnatic's pick, actually. So G2 surely can close this one out. But remember, as Dan referenced in the pre-game, they were 5-0 up against VP on this map and then lost 16-5. So it can all fall apart very quickly.
That's another funky one. There's a much simpler execution from that Frosty K uses on Space Station.
Frosty K.
But if it works, it works.
Mr. Bandle. There's lots of harassment there towards the mid position. Waiting for that smoke to go away. Get that incendiary in there. Exist forced out, but the flashes are there, and he's actually safe. Although his teammate will not be. Can pick up the AWP if he wants to, but stays with the rifle, refragging, and can't quite make the second one happen, but his teammates have done more than enough. I don't know what's going on here. Shox is murdering everyone and still staying alive. 10-0 now as Crims is in the 1v2 against Kenny and Shox. Again, it always seems to be Kenny and Shox left alive.
Yeah, and they've got a huge advantage here. Crims coming towards the vent now. He's got no nades. He's got 100 HP. Maybe an advantage here, but no. Shox, he stays alive again. He is just carrying this game right now. Every round he's finding multiple kills, and when they're desperate need of them at the same time. To be fair, I didn't see the build up to those sequences. Oh, I don't know what's happening there. Why is Swift bunny hopping through that side of the map when his teammate's already in the vent? I didn't quite get it.
Yeah, they had a 3 versus 2.
They had an advantage. He just starts bunny hopping through like that. I really haven't. I don't have the context for the reason, but
Must have been bad comms.
Yeah,
Misunderstanding.
He's got an advantage, and the player in vents. What? Just don't get it. Anyway, he rushed. Going to find the opening trade, not kill. He doesn't at least get one, and he did damage to Crims as well. Big distance throws off the Molotov. Might find himself in a bit of trouble here. Oh, all the grenades. Not really ideal, but there we go.
Like mollied himself. It's like, oh god, better put up the smoke.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're shooting me.
It really wasn't prime. At that point, I think he's better off sorting the gun out and trying to challenge.
Yeah, you can see there's a gap on the other side where the guy can just face you.
Just keep that gun out, ready to go. Accept the mistake.
Well, 2 AKs in this eco round now, very quickly for Fnatic. And they have 1 player squeaky, 1 player short, and 1 player on the truck. Literally on the truck. He's standing on the truck, holding a tight angle. He's no longer on the truck. Brolan has to pick good timing to run distraction, simply opening the door. There's a smoke for the main position. That gives Brolan some cover. He's got himself a pop flash. Now he goes. 1 player blind, and there's no trade for G2. Ooh. And just like that, Fnatic have got their first round on the board.
It took an eco rush B on the CT side to give them the trades required, and Brolan gets the AK-47, a flashbang, and the kills towards quad. Excellent work. Plenty of cash now for Fnatic to work with. Same story for G2 though. MES has been focusing more on the rifle most of this half. He's got the AWP in the previous round, but this was great. What a flash that was. Smiths didn't see it coming. Maybe there's Shoxy. First death for him, just to note. 11-1. After 8 rounds of play.
Earlier than 149.
So one thing that's been a weakness or has put Fnatic off balance is just losing B. So Brolan and Twist have not been having good defense there. I think it's just multiple important rounds have been sort of lost there, including the first gun round. Oh, shocks. 12-1 now. Finds Cribs. 5 versus 4. It's the dream scenario for a T side on any map. With over a minute left, CTs either have to start taking risks or they start to have to turtle up and they give you lots of space to work your magic. One of the two.
Well, this is a big play towards the checkers here. It's going to be Brolan with the AK. Such a great fragger. Now, possibly the advantage. You see, it's Smiths on the other side, blocked off by the smoke. Just waiting for his chance. And he has got a Molotov. He could throw it there, but that means Brolan will challenge him straight away. And it's actually Smiths that comes out on top. Surprising. I thought Brolan had that one covered. 5 versus 3, and Twist has to deliver him. Every single shot has to connect.
Hot flash. Holding at the back of the site, another one. Surely they've heard his scope. You know he's not default. And now he is no more. JW trying to stop the plant for the checkers position. Misses a crucial shot. 1 versus 5 now, and Fnatic are on the cusp of a reset. It's all but guaranteed. JW just fighting for survival now. Won't last very long though. No players lost for G2, and they continue with success in violent fashion.
The reset.
Yeah.
Although money was left because they're winning an eco, but still, the reset. That's G2 could have a 12-3 here, Henry.
12-3? They could have a 14-1 Dan. Could happen.
You thinking 14-1?
I'm just saying could.
Because I'm seeing the 12-3.
Well, this round I think will be indicative as to which way it's going to go. We're going to see AWP come out. There is money for AWP and an M4, or they just take an eco around the AWP. A lot of teams do that as well. Actually, to quite a lot of success. We'll see what they decide to do. Well, Crims is all in. JW exists too. Does Twist want to join them with an M4? Indeed, he does.
They've mostly got terrible spawns as well, so if they wanted to do some kind of play through Squeaky or through B, or even like a Molotov peek in mid, into warehouse, can't really do any of those things. Well, they've got 2 M4s, the AWP out, that's not bad. I wonder if they could boost and just look over that smoke with a scope. Curious. KNS has been taken out very early. Maybe the boost position, I want to say.
Yeah, look at the top left. Our lovely minimap, James, shows you exactly where.
Indeed it does. As you can see, very important to note that Shock scoped in early If he walks up main and scopes here, they know there's a sniper here, so no one's going to show. If he scopes further back, no one hears the scope, walks up, and then he can take people by surprise, and maybe he gets a peek. Same thing Fallen does in Palace on Mirage as well. So if you're in Palace and you walk up and scope just before the corner, you're probably going to be heard by somebody in default or shadow. Scope at the beginning of Palace, walk through. You increase your chances of getting a frag.
Oh, that's the bomb. Straight forwards. Smith will find Brolan rotating. The bomb has been recollected quite quickly here. JW shutting down any chance of the lurk through B, which would have been a very important play, because that means Body would have been able to run back. They would have had time maybe. But now it's down to this. Body opening things up. Entry frag successful. To the side though, now he's absolutely toast. And Fnatic win around straight back, so not going to be in too bad shape then. But the buys will still continue here for G2.
Well, that's exactly what they needed. On the Fnatic side, that was the force buy. The difficult one, JW dictating the pace with the AWP. Finds Kenny, rotates over to B. Shots delivered, and round one. And the money's starting to be whittled down now. You can see one more buy available for G2 if they lose this one. Flashes now. CT's not pushing in towards A main just yet, but G2 certainly are. 4 players there. One towards Squeaky Door, that's Shoxy. And they commit. In we go.
Angles being held. Thinks well so far. Crim's unable to get the kill on the high ground. JW lurking by the forklift position. Trying to stop the plant. That's one way to do it with the grenades. Molotov not hitting the mark, but maybe JW can from the fork position. He's got a smoke for cover as well, for a time at the very least. Post-plant smoke, but no plant for Kenny. Shocks now. He's left the building, looking to flank the flank. 1 versus 3 with a minute on the clock. They may not read that he has left the site, although Brolan is going back towards the B-bomb site. JW looking behind him. He realized Shocks could be up to something, and there is the third round. Will it be 3-12 after all?
Well, like I said, one more buy available for G2. Not a strong one, but it's there. I think they'll go with the AWP. The Smiths are no utility whatsoever. Similar story for Existence with just a solo flash. So what's the play here? Looks like aggressive play from the CTs, to be honest. They'll flash in, looking for the first couple of kills here. There's 3 of them available. Only finding 1 so far, but there it is, Exists. Mowing them down with the M4A4, did damage towards Body as well. It's a nice try by JW. Surprised he didn't get that kill. Oh my goodness, the awareness though to look towards main entrance. Shoxy and another 3-on-1 situation. Bomb down, plenty of time. But this has been pretty wonderful from Fnatic so far. Good shot. Takes down the AWP, but trade comes through. It will be Twist to find the final frag there. And a nice change of pace with Fnatic just to completely destroy the hopes and dreams of G2 as they made their little approach towards the A-bomb site. 3 players waiting, and Exist drops an incendiary and the HE 30 spray down combo on them. 4 rounds on the board for Fnatic and an eco for G2. Finally, they've been broken down.
It's always amazing watching Shocks in spots like a 1v3 like that. He always just looks favorable. Whatever he does looks like he's taking a favorable engagement. It's pretty mental. Quite fun to watch. Run boost coming in. Oh, that's successful. It's just a matter of time here. Fnatic looking for that 5th round. GW overcompensating a little bit there. And another one bites the dust. And another one's down.
Got 10 stickers.
You missed those? You got any yourself?
I don't think I do actually. I don't have a lot of yellow. Although you can contrast. It doesn't have to be yellow, right? But I have a lot of red going on. I don't have a lot of red and yellow going on. So, no.
Well, it might be valuable now.
What's the... Do you use a color wheel when you, like, buy clothes or decide what you're...
No.
No? See, that's how deep I am, Henry. I've got a color wheel going. So I'm trying to think of what's the opposite side of the color wheel to yellow, because that's what you would contrast it with. I'll get back to you on that. For now, we can look at G2 and Fnatic on round number 14. Just like G2 did on Dust 2, Fnatic making a reasonable score out of what looked like a bad half. Double HE's behind the box, but nothing doing. We saw a pop flash execute into B earlier on through the smoke that they just deployed. Now you can throw a smoke into the other part of Checkers as well, execute into the B bomb site and take Checkers afterwards, which is apparently, a lot of people commented on the video I made of Space Station doing that, saying it's a years old G2 strat. So maybe we'll see that.
I've got to look at it.
They're going for they've re-smoked it for the 3rd time now, G2. The same position, but what is ultimately the play? We still got Kenny in T-spawn. This is really a strange what's going on here. But now we're starting to see some frags.
Ooh. Plenty of them from Shoxy, Kenny, and Body. They arrive in a trio, and it's JW still on the site. I don't think I'll anticipate his position, but he did click the scope. And there will be a sound cue, and he nails the first shot. Oh, wow, this is looking fantastic from him. Quick scope towards Shoxy. Brings it back to a winnable situation, coming to the dying sectors of the first half now. Smiths has got the CT spawn position covered. That might not matter too much if Crims successfully flanks towards the A site. It could be all for naught, but Shoxy will be able to plant the bomb, and Smiths will be able to find the kill. It's actually, sorry, Kenny actually planting, and now Crims coming from A main. He's got the kip, but no utility whatsoever.
Knows where both plays are, I think. There's the first one gone. Kenny now hiding. He's going to hold it. Kenny's surely he's going to start to itch. Can't get the kill though. Round number 6 for Fnatic. The score is made very close indeed. That's 5 rounds in a row for Fnatic. They're learning.
So, James, was it, because I didn't see the video, was it a set piece on B?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure the last video I made was GT's famous B set piece. So you may have done an exact same video as I did.
I don't think so. because I've never seen this from G2, even though it's apparently a years old G2 strat, so...
Yeah, I need to check it. That'd be quite funny if that's the case.
Yeah, I would imagine it's a different one. Well then, both teams have a buyout for the last rounds. Lots of flashes for G2. The odd smoke, but I don't think we're going to see the front of B smoked off 3 times in a row again in this particular round. Don't really have the hardware for that with the mollies and so on. Won't leave them with much choice elsewhere. Oh, that's just denied from Crims. I'll get on this box. Nope. Taking some tagging through the door. Not sure where to go now. Kenny starts to seek to destroy.
They've got mids. A minute to go. Fall back into the B splits. Rylan close in the vent position. I'm not sure if there'll be any pop flashes or, you know, what we'll see here to try to deal with Rylan. That's going to be interesting. How much can he get? There's one. Not quite the second. Now Twist in a very precarious position. Really needs to delay for his teammates. That'll be very difficult. They're far away, and he doesn't have any utility, so it seems very unlikely he'll be able to delay. Just has to hold this angle in the bomb site. Oh my word, how does JW spot for that? And there's no trade fragger, no one near the bomber to stop Twist now. So he's sitting here. Crossfire exists. How do they deal with this?
There goes Kenny. Existence remains, but not for long. His remains will be outside the B-bomb site. But G2 will take that 1-round lead into the second half. Plenty of success at the beginning, but towards the end, Fnatic kept it close. It's a wide-open game now.
It really is. Split down the middle, considered a T-sided map. G2 looked amazing, but it could all fall apart again. They can't go 1-11, surely. They needed some points, Dan. Desperately.
Yes, they do, Henry.
How does your regulation system work? Is it just the team that comes 10th, they get relegated? Is that it?
They play the top. I think the bottom 2 teams will play the teams who make it through the qualifier thing, so they get a chance to fight for their spot. Basically, I think it's a best of 5 now. Yeah. They'll play versus one of the top teams. So for multiple seasons, for example, Virtus Pro ended up playing Space Soldiers and gatekeep them multiple times out of the ECS league in what were actually amazing matches, and it always went to the 5th map.
Well, there you go. That's really cool. We'll get into the pistol round. G2 fires its armor, no kits, of course. One smoke for Fnatic. That's in the back pocket that it exists. He's got a flash as well. They've got full control towards the middle. This will be an A split. You can see that player towards Squeaky Door. But Smiths, he's got such a prime position. They might not check this. Or maybe they will. He might be done for here. Opening kill, 4 and 4. And they still have the bomb when they're heading back towards B.
Fast rotation. Shox is there. He's been so dangerous. What can he do here? Smoked off. That's a good way to deal with him. And across to the side they'll go, so they can guarantee the plant at the very least. That's one very big relief for them, but now they have to win the 3 versus 4 as the CT is starting to move in. And they've got superior positions. 1v1s exist with P250, and now it's looking very nice for Fnatic. Just Shox left. But maybe you should never prefix Shox's name with just Shox, because he can always offer something, but not this time. 8-8, Fnatic pick up their first pistol round of this head-to-head series.
They certainly do. An aggressive push towards middle of the starts. Ended up in a 4 and 4. And then Fnatic exploiting the fact they knew the rotations would be happening towards A. Jumped in the vents, got the bomb down quickly. Mete comes in, not successful at all, leaving Shox in another 3 versus 1.
Can we look at Shox's visor quickly on his model? It's like one of those gaming visors. It's yellow. It's a gaming visor.
What do you mean a gaming visor?
You know, they've got those like gaming glasses and they're like tinted yellow for extra gaming.
Oh, right, yeah. Sure.
He's got the extra gaming going on. He has an unfair advantage.
Gaming visor.
Extra gaming. There's so many things that are wrong with what you just said. I'm not even going to touch that.
He's got the plus gaming visor.
Gives your screen a yellow tint. Well, it will be Shoxy at least pulling one back here. I think that's probably all they'll get out of this. And it looks like that will be the case. Deagle for existence as he holds up. He makes his way back towards spawn. And there we go, round concluded. G2 have given up their lead for the first time in this game.
The bomb has been planterized. Oh, which Deagle is that? Is that the... I don't know which one it is. It's similar to the Pilot, but I don't think the Pilot comes in StatTrak. It has like a line of gold on it, the Pilot's.
Looks cool, it's just like, this is default to me with StatTrak.
Yeah, that's nice as well. I remember where all the Juan memes?
Yeah.
Air Force One. My pilot's called Air Force One. Oh man, I forgot them now. I have like 4 or 5 Juan Deeks. Terrorists win. Air Force One. I forgot the rest. I'll get back to you, Henry.
Thanks, man.
I got all of one memorized. I'm gonna look these up now.
Do it. I'll talk us through this round. It will be G2 with the option to purchase here. They are going to, of course, with 5 M4s, no kits, bare bones utility, but a chance to shut down Fnatic, who have now taken the lead 9-8. They've got 1 MP5 on Galil on the T side, so technically the firepower is greater on the French side. It's not always the way the round pans out, though. A split looking likely again with 2 towards Squeaky Door.
Waiting for their time. But what is their time? Guess we'll figure it out soon. G2 don't really seem interested in any sort of proactive plays here, and one reason is because they've got no utility, so kind of difficult. Crisscross smokes with a gap. Now, Shox is going to catch Twist, jumping on the corner, did not expect that. Existence, able to get 1 for his troubles, so that's nice, but the bomb is going to make its way across A main, but it's not going to go down immediately. Body is looking to cut it off. Oh, if he got that frag, that would have been massive. But the bomb will make its way safely to a plant. But here comes a very fast flank from Shox.
It's a big flashbang from his teammate, covering his angles. Counter flash from the T's will be avoided. 2 players in main. Kenny's slowly creeping. As Kenny is a solo man, maybe he'll have to go a bit slower, but no. D will be engaged by the teaser, chasing him now. In the meantime, we've got frags from Smiths and Kenny holding his position. JW Hines behind the box. 1 versus 3, can't get it done, and the score will be tied again. Pair of 9s.
Decent retake there from G2. 2 kills with Kenny. 1 for Smiths, but that was, you have to remember, the 3rd round purchase from G2. Fnatic didn't have all the rifles there. They didn't have their full setup. They will do now. I think there'll be 1 compromise. I think JW's died every round so far, so he'll only have the Beagle. ECS can purchase though. 4 AKs, 1 pistol. See if they can bounce back and reset G2, who are definitely in that territory. An aggressive play from the C team, very standard from their POV.
Harassment.
The police keep telling you about that, Dan. Time to stop.
It's time to stop. And it will. 1:20 on the clock, and we'll start to see perhaps an effort at a delayed mid-take. That tends to be the most standard way things will go. You play a default, you got to play it towards B storage, towards the squeaky door, then around the 1 minute mark you go for a boost. CTs are less likely to be in the close positions or middle by that point, and more likely to be on the bomb sites, and partially because they have less utility active in middle as well. Crisscross smokes again, we saw this previously, another gap again.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Gaps on both sides, I believe. That's really just a waste of smoke at this point.
Yeah, and this was exploited last time by Shox. Shox pushed through last time, got a free kill. Smiths can do that because there's a massive gap. That's not good.
That is rare and unusual. The bomb heading towards the B bomb site. Just about fragging. Jig is up in mid. Kenny S around the back of the box. Roland goes past the angle, but he can't stop him. Peeked before the flash, smart stuff, but Existed ready for it. And Existed holds from the top. Elevation working out for him, and G2 are back in the lead. A tight game of Counter-Strike, and Fnatic are on the eco once more.
They definitely are. No option to really buy into this one either. With 3rd stage loss bonus, $2,400 coming in next round, they might as well wait. 3K on Brolan. G2 back in the lead, looking to extend that here. Almost guaranteed to get the 11th round with just blocks. And a couple of PT50s purchased. A Deagle for Exist at the last moment. Incendiary down to stop the boost. And this should be not impossible for Fnatic to get that bomb down. To take an amazing sequence of Deagle kills for that to be even possible.
Where's Lecro? Oh.
He's gone.
Gone now. Maybe a new Lecro can be born. Looking good here for Body. Very fast kills. Denying every chance. Bomb now dropped as well. That's 11-9. G2 looking fantastic here. Looking very secure. They've got an AWP, growing economy, Shox on the MP9. Now, he doesn't have a forward spawn, which is a shame. Presumably he'll play somewhere fast with that MP9, maybe close mid, squeaky push. 2 potential options. Looks like it'll be close mid, maybe. Indeed.
Really nice play from Shox. Looking away in case of a fast play from the T's with flashbangs, but it'll be a fast play with the T's with guns. How many frags is he good for the MP9? Trying to spread the wealth, but he can't leave him in the red, and that's a good spread from Body. Quickly down to a 2 versus 2. Bomb still in possession of JW and Fnatic. Kenny, was he spotted as he turned away? Don't believe he was. AWP is out. If he scopes in, surely Exist will hear it. Little peek, little prods. JW has a smoke. Kenny moves beyond the angle. Glass has been broken. Vandalism towards the B bomb site.
Body ready with the flash. Surely seals the deal in this one. First kill. Flash comes out. JW's blinds, and there's the finish. Good 1-2 punch with the team play, and 12-9 is secured for G2. And a couple of these rounds have been lost by gaps and smokes for Fnatic in mid. That's what do you make of that, Henry?
The gaps in mid is a bit of a problem, but it's one they can overcome. It'll be fine. CZs though, Dan, might not be fine, because it's going to be a B-side rush. By the looks of things, those grenades, oh, they're waiting for it as well. Doesn't do as much damage as anticipated. Shoxy gets in position. Kenny trying to back him up. 5 players there. The flashbang goes in. 5 players go through, but they've been absolutely taken down. 13 rounds for G2. Not really much to get excited about there. No damage done to the CP forces whatsoever. Next round begins. Kenny S will have the AWP. No such story for JW. It's starting to fall apart now. This could be G2 finally getting some points on the board here at ECS Season 6. It's been one of the roughest seasons I've ever seen in any online league for a top team. Kenny already got this kill, but no, Exist takes him down.
Door opportunity is open. Body sits on top. Smoke will contain for the time being. Try line up towards the forklift from behind the closed door. There'll be some duels. Body spotted, I think. 5 versus 3 for Fnatic, make it 4. Very fast frags here from G2, fighting back. They know one of the places on Squeaky. Politely closing the door, good manners for Body, but Crims will rudely open it once again.
Incendiary deployed. Full by Body, a little bit of time here. Sort of 3-on-3. Slight advantage to Fnatic considering the HP of Existence. Body gets tagged up a bit further as well. He's found some good kills so far, but eventually the wallbang does come through. That's going to be the opening to the A site. There is a player there, but that's Existence on such low health. He has to wait for Smiths here. Looking like it could be a Fnatic round. What's going on here?
Crims has 31 bullets left. He basically sprayed, I think, 3 magazines through that door. Yeah. Eventually yielded in the kill. That is a lot of harassment. Even Dan would be impressed.
A+ harassment. Smiths almost gets himself a double there. He's actually weakened Brolin to the degree that Existence could make this one work. He's going to reposition around through the highway, and that will allow him to close the distance a little bit easier towards that forklift position. Brolin and Existence, first bullet wins. Brolin, it's got those young Twitch fibers. Let's see if he can make this one work. Oh. Existence somehow finds the back of Brolin.
Wow, what?
And he's done it.
It looked like he wasn't going to check forklift. Brolin gives it up, and that's a massive win for G2 there. Fnatic, 3-on-2, had the bomb down, no nade left, and low HP on Existence, but he somehow wins it out in a 2 versus 1. And we have a tactical timeout for Fnatic. G2 can taste the victory. It's so close. 2 more rounds will do it. 14-9. It's currently 6 rounds in a row for G2 here. Are you believing yet, Dan? Can G2 do this?
I believe at this point. At this point, I can believe in something. 2 rounds. I can believe in 2 rounds. Fnatic have had some good rounds themselves, but it looks a little bit shaky here or there, and perhaps you know, with Twist and Brolin, you know, they maybe haven't put in enough time to a lot of the maps, and we're seeing, you know, some of the, you know, those holes on, you know, quite literally on their T side here, as we saw those holes in the smokes. And also G2 look fairly regimented at the moment, and Kenny's back on the orb. That's a good pick off. Good exchange against Brolin's pick onto Existence, but still the 4v4 this early will certainly favor the T side as Shox goes aggressive towards the B storage area. He's by himself too.
Five-round lead for G2. Can they convert into only their 2nd win from 12 games?
Yes.
That is the question. 4-on-4. Only 1 player on the B bomb site for G2. Big flank. That's a lot of information, but it's a long rotation as well. And will it be the right rotation? And oh, that's a huge frag from Body. Does he fall back though? Twist moving up the highway position. Kenny smokes him off, but not before he goes down. Capitalizing on these positional advantages now. The numbers game overwhelming the A-bomb site. That is quite the reaction from Fnatic.
That's all Twist as well. Amazing, but they've still got to go through the final boss. That's Shoxy who comes rapidly.
They've got a cheat code, Henry.
Yeah.
They've skipped the level. They've glitched through the walls.
Oh god, that was actually sick from Twister. How did he get this kill? Wow. Smith's outpositioned him. Couldn't find the shot. Same story with Body. Twist looks like he's ready. 14-10, another buy for G2. One more will break them down. Whoever wins this round, to be honest, is breaks the other team. So if G2 win this, it's GG. Quite a scary prospect for Fnatic. What have they got up their sleeves?
Lots of nades sailing all over the place. But it's a passive start from Fnatic ultimately. They aren't really testing B storage all that much. There is a push here from G2, however, but exists is demand for Fnatic to wait for it, and he's quite deep towards useless. And he's still holding it. Kenny still edging his way across. The shoulder peeking is not going to do the trick for Exist. And that is a forward smoke that can leave a player there. In fact, the flank begins. And Fnatic have to respond somehow.
They certainly do, Dan. This is such a massive round. Exist. The in-game leader will go down first. Looking for match point. Looking to avoid relegation in ECS at this point. Kenny S fighting tooth and nail for it. That's a great shot towards JW. Brolan, though, looks so poised to find headshots here. It's back and forth. The dink comes in towards Crims as he takes down Existence, but the man advantage still sits with G2 here.
Quickly evened up. It's getting close. Crims and Twist, do they have it in them? Again, Crims through the door, but it's Twist to get the kill. You did wonder. Shox, does he have the flank? Surely he has pretty much all the information, but the information will quickly get old, and that is a brutal close of the door. The awareness from Crim to close the door. He's got a quick 1v1 if he can fly out Shox.
Oh!
The 1v2. Fabulous stuff. He knows it's a guaranteed 1v1 if he opens the door quickly. Once the bomb plant comes out, picks the right angle. Fantastic from him.
Every time it was a 4-on-2, it felt like G2 have thrown it away, and Shoxy just delivers. He finds a low HP player first. It couldn't have gone any better for him. Wrecked Twist as well. That's the money gone. Denies the plant. They've got about 2.5 grand per player. Could be over, but it's G2, and they have not been good at closing out games.
Shox actually survives that round without losing a single point of health or armor.
Shoxy has won, in this map alone, 3 1-on-X situations, mostly 1-on-2, 1-on-3s. And that was to get them that initial lead. He's in the top left there. Yep. They got that, 7-0 lead. That was 2 of them were in that sequence.
This is why they pay him the big bucks.
Yeah. Like, and still, he's been doing this all week and still not finding any wins. But surely this is the one now. Kenny S, good numbers once again. Everyone fragging well. There's 3 pistols, 2 AKs. If ever there was a time to close out a game, this is the one. Jumps up, shoulder peek, good nade on the follow-up. Roland takes significant damage. Smoke down. And now, is this the one? There's almost no utility for that. 2 smokes, the first kill comes through, but it's traded back equally towards middle.
Oh, it seems that they have sold themselves a fake, or sold G2 a fake. Crim's walking to his doom there, but they've got to capitalize on their position quickly because G2 are rotating. 2 players now crossing the Z connector position. Surely heard by JW, who was close. And now you wonder if Fnatic have missed their opportunity. Flying down the vent, but Shox will get the first kill at the very least. Existence holds his position for now, elevated once again. A 2k from him, a 3k. Monstrous stuff, and G2 have won a game. Their second victory in ECS.
Oh, 1. Oh no, 2 and 11 now, I think. Is that what it is?
2 and 10.
2 and 10? Oh, yes, it has to be even, doesn't it? Either way, it's going to be 2 and 10. They managed to get some points there. It's actually a pretty decent result, all things considered. They were, 7-8-0 up in the first half. It felt like it was all going to fall apart. Fnatic got 7 rounds in a row, but they managed to fight back, and it has to be MVP for Shoxy. The amount of clutches this man pulled off was absolutely unbelievable. Another exciting game. Dust 2 was decent. This one was just as much fun. And Crims as well, he had some amazing moments, to be fair. He kept Fnatic in the game equally, so you could say both teams got clutches on the board. Twist continued to impress, I have to say. I haven't seen much of him as a pure rifler for the last few years, and he actually seems to be doing an excellent job. This sequence was absolutely wonderful. The fact that he shut it all down by himself on low HP. Kenny S, 21 frags for him, I think, in total, so that was also another very good performance. Got the same amount on Dust too. Good to see him performing at a decent level once again, and this was the clutch to really shut it all down. Shocked in that 2 versus 1. Epic play towards the A bomb site. Existence to close things out in style with the 3 kills towards B. Shoxy 22, Existence 20, Kenny S 21, Body 20. Everyone's fragging.
Everybody delivering.
It's great to see. That's how you win games. You need everyone turning up, looking good, and you can see Fnatic as well. Exist and Twist, both with 20 kills. Brodan 17. And it will be Crims dropping off the pace, but he had some great clutches. JW 14. So there we go. They're going to split the head-to-head matchup. It'll be 3 points each on the leaderboard. And are you a little bit more hopeful for G2 now after seeing that? It's been a good day
I think
today,
they were
right?
2 good games of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they were unfortunate not to win the first one, but
and
that was good.
I don't think at this point it's for them they should be too concerned with their placing in the table, even if they end up bottom 2. I think it's about the longer term for the team and just building. I mean, they still can fight to get back into the league next season, and I imagine they would do well in that. So it's just about building, take it one game at a time, and just make themselves a good team.
Well then, that's the end of that one. 2 maps done. 2 more to go in Europe, and it's going to be Mouse versus Optic next. That's actually going to be a really good game as well. Sticko is going to return. He's back. He's ready to go. Optic are looking good as well. That should be one for the ages. If you want to watch it, you're going to have to come back after this break. We'll see you there.